Good morning. Hello. Welcome to my channel. I have the most beautiful pre-sunrise view, and I am trying to be a little bit more mindful of showing my view on places that are more permanent, like this YouTube video. I just wanted you to see what I get to see. My windows are still dirty because I'm fighting with my management. Well, not fighting. I just haven't been able to reach the head honcho person responsible, or who I called the last time I had issues with my windows. But long story short, if you don't already know, I live in a high-rise building, and the way that the building is, not even the way the building is. When the windows above me get cleaned, the water and the soapy stained water drips down to my apartment, drips down to my windows. My apartment is 50% windows. Everything in front of me right now is windows. Everything behind me is obviously walls. So it drips down, which makes no sense to me because I'm just now my windows are dirty, your windows are clean. Love that for you, hate that for me. And I'm just how do we fix this? Last year when this happened, I reached out to my management and they were sorry, we can't do anything. And I was just what do you sure can. So I just called the higher ups, and then they were all right, fine. Same thing. So it was about a year that passed before it was an issue again. And I reached out yeah, let's run this back again. And they were yeah, now we're not offering that service anymore. I'm what you mean you're not offering that service? It wasn't a service. It was a cleanup for your mess up. So I was you know what? I'm not even going to interact with this lady anymore. Once I leave this building, which I think this year might be my last year staying in this apartment building, I feel I need more space. And I will not pay the amount of rent that this building, I will not pay what more space looks like in this building. I will not pay for it. So I think it's about time. And while I do love the sunrise views, I need more space. So at any rate, yeah, management in this building is horrendously rude. If I can minimize interactions with them, I would. And so my windows are still dirty because I've traveled out of the country. I went to Namibia, we've just been playing phone tag. And on top of that, when the guy called me back, he was oh, well, let me know your apartment and your building so that I can assess what the issue is or have that information about you. And I'm I personally do not want to tell you more information about what apartment I'm in and what building and all of that stuff, because I have a feeling you're going to go back to the management in my building and then have a conversation and both decide that you're not going to clean my windows. So that was I'm no, because if I tell you where I live, if I tell you my building, you're going to contact the building manager, ask for what could possibly be wrong, and then both be on the same page. It's it's kind of when you ask mom and then but mom says no, so you go to dad. But if dad gets to talk to mom before you get to talk to dad and mom are going to be on the same page, and you don't want that. So I'm really trying to avoid the higher ups talking to the management of my building. That was a tangent. But what was really funny about the song, sometimes you sing songs. I mean, obviously this happens with secular music, when you sing songs and you don't really internalize what their meaning is. But it even happened just now with that gospel song that I had playing, because I was oh, I'm sitting here. I was getting started with my day, trying to map out my day and all that stuff. I came back from the gym. I'm back from the gym. And I was sitting here and I was just oh my gosh, this song, it's really resonating, da-da-da-da-da. And the song is I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. Y'all, I can't sing, so please, whatever. I have a voice only God could love. Anyways, then it hit me. I was just hold on a second. Let's not get carried away, God. Let's not get carried away. So I'm while I was singing that song, I was do I really not mind waiting? Do I really not mind? I know I'm not supposed to mind it, but let's not get carried away, God. Like, and that was when I was just like, I gotta be mindful of what I be singing. Cause you know, you also know another song that has that same impact is Refiner by, why did I say it like that? I was gonna say Refined, but Refiner by, I attribute everything to Maverick City music, but I'm sure it was like Tribal or like Maverick City or like Hillsong, whatever. But that song that's like, I wanna be tried by fire, pure. Yeah, I sang that song like 2019, maybe start of 2020. And when I tell you the rest of 2020 and the start of 2021, through the fire to this, I think to life to date, that time period was like the hardest time period of my life. It definitely brought me closer, a lot closer to God. But I'm just like, whoa. Let's be careful. Let's be mindful. Let's keep it cutesy when we sing songs that say stuff like this, because I just want peace. I don't want problem. I don't want to be waiting 40 days and 40 nights, 40 years in the wilderness. Like, I know it has a purpose, but I'm just like, ooh. I think at this particular moment in time, I mind waiting just a little bit. Like, I mind waiting exceptionally long. I mind it. Like, is that okay for me to say, like I will trust you, God, but like, I'm not gonna tell you that I love waiting. It's the honesty sometimes. Like, it's the honesty to me, but God's working on me. Anyways, the sun is rising, but unfortunately, the sun's position at this time of the year is like where the sun rises on the horizon is right behind this building that blocks it. It's so funny because as I'm recording this, I'm just like, pick up the vlog camera more and just vlog. Like, just vlog your week, vlog, pick it up and vlog. And I've just been watching other people's YouTube videos, like things like that, because I'm just like, what is my vlog style? What is my editing style? Like, I'm a very busy person, so I haven't really put much thought into editing and things like that, but I do enjoy the process. I know I could just get an editor, but like, I do enjoy certain things and I enjoy being hands-on in that way. So I'm kind of just like learning through watching other people, but also trying to, trying to pick up my camera more. Welcome to another day, week, weekend. No, it's Monday. So we got a week in the life coming. So yeah, let's do it. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. This little spray from the laundress, I got sent it in PR, and it smells so good. I really only want to spray it before I go to bed at night, but it just makes everything on my bed smells so good. They also have a detergent in this version. And the detergent is for, like, you're supposed to use it for your bedding and your sleepwear. So I love it. I definitely, as soon as I smelled it, I was like, oh, I'm about to be repurchasing this without a doubt. So shout out to the laundress for sending me this, and I'm absolutely gonna use this forever as my like before bread. Jeez Louise. Oh, the sun. Before bed spray. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your mercy is forever. Hallelujah. You are good. Your mercy is forever. Hallelujah. Sing it with me. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how Because he first loved me. I love the way God speaks. I love the way the Holy Spirit moves. I love the fact that I have the ability, and we all do, to hear from God. And it just reminds me of the fact that it happens in a whole bunch of different ways. I used to think like, oh, there has to be some big dream, or there has to be some loud thunder and all of that type of stuff. And it literally is, I thought about making a whole separate video on this and about my revelation that it literally is the voice in your head. It is your conscience. It is your gut. It is like all of that. If you are in tune, if you are aligned, if you are doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, like your thoughts are like, that is the Holy Spirit speaking to you. If you are in the right place. Anyways, that's a whole nother tangent, but I had that, moment that I didn't know that I was recording. And immediately after, I had the inclination to play the song, Oh, How I Love Jesus. Like that was the song that was on my heart. And I was like, I just want to sing, Oh, How I Love Jesus. So I'm singing, Oh, How I Love Jesus. And that song brings me joy. That song makes me so happy. Like, yeah, because I really do, like, I really, 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 really do love Jesus. Like, that's one fact about me. Like, hi, my name is Annie, and one thing you should know about me is I really do love Jesus. Cool. And as I'm singing the song and as I'm really happy singing the song, the thought, which again, if I acknowledge it as such, the thought was really the Holy Spirit. But the thought popped into my head, if you love him, obey him. That was it. If you love him, obey him. If you love him, obey him. And I was just like, all right, bet. Like, that's it. That's what we got going on for today. If you love him, obey him. And, sometimes I can be in denial, like, oh, that was just like a thought in my head. Like, is it the Holy Spirit? And you don't want to sound too churchy and you don't want to sound too crazy. You don't want to sound crazy, but I'm like, I believe that was the Holy Spirit. So bet. Boom. I go to pick up my phone because I'm like, bet, it's time for my morning devotional. Like, I've done a little worship. I've done some praise, I feel ready to pick up my devotional for the day. And it's the YouVersion Bible app, like the daily guided meditation, whatever. The verse of the day is Ecclesiastes 12:13. In this translation that I don't know, it's GNT. And I believe the translation is important because now if I look up, now I feel compelled to look up other translations and dive deeper. That's the beautiful thing. Like, it's a chain reaction. It sets off a chain reaction when you listen and acknowledge those thoughts that is the Holy Spirit speaking. Let me read the verse of the day as it is here in my devotional. After all of this, there is only one thing to say. Have reverence for God and obey his commands, because this is all that we were created for. If you love him, obey him. If you love him, obey him. If you love him, obey him. That's like if I could get that on a t-shirt, on a mug, on that might be my desktop, honestly, like as just a reminder. If you love him, obey him. And this is what I'm taking this to be my confirmation that is a message for me. I don't like to be on here preaching. I really don't. I don't consider myself to be a preacher. I don't consider myself to be a Christian influencer. I'm just a regular girl who's going through life and learning things and trying to do my best. But I hope that helps somebody, because I'm so glad I get to share it with you. friends, I am getting ready. I low-key, high-key, maybe not high-key. Low-key, high-key. Dang, this is the first time I've done my makeup in since pre-Namibia. And I'm feeling rusty. I'm feeling like my skin is dry. I'm feeling overheated right now because I normally don't actually get ready in robes. But here we are in a robe that is pretty warm. But also, like, what is going on? Like, I don't know what's going on with my makeup. But the stakes are pretty low. The stakes are pretty low. I really just wanted to use this as an opportunity to practice, to make sure I remembered how to do my makeup. And like, I remembered, but I'm not really satisfied, but I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. Actually, let me adjust y'all so y'all can actually properly see me. That's a little better, but I feel like I'm slightly backlit. Also guys, I've been alternating between 2 cameras for this vlog. So when I leave my home, or when I just want something really easy, I've been using my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is the girl that made me like start vlogging again, basically, and more consistently. So I will never ever give her up unless they come out with something better. I'm actually really curious to see what the 4 and the 5 might look like. They haven't announced it, but you know how tech companies do, always innovating, always growing. So I don't know, I like the camera that much that if they come with a good upgrade, like, I potentially would get it. So there's that. But right now I'm filming on my Canon G7X Mark III. I really got the camera because the girlies be taking nice sunset photos with that camera, and that was really it. When I went to Greece and Croatia this summer, my friend Alapa really wanted to get like a good sunset photo, and we did not have the proper equipment. The girlies that take the sunset photo were like, the back is back, like the sun is behind you, but it's, I be getting so distracted because who is emailing me? Like, leave me alone. But those sunset photos, they're taken with the G7X. So I was like, all right, bet. I have a Sony ZV-1. I think I'm probably gonna sell that, honestly. I used to use that to vlog and to film some of my makeup videos on YouTube. The battery life on that camera was really bad. Like, I would have to consistently, like in one makeup film session, I would be changing the battery back and forth. Like, I would take one out, charge it, put the other one in, that one would die, I would put the one that I just put on the charger back, all that type of stuff. So I really disliked it for that reason. But then additionally, that camera did not have flash, so it was not ideal. So now that I have the G7X Mark III, I was like, oh, I can also record on this too. So I've really just been playing around with different cameras. I feel like when I'm home, I can use more, and if it's convenient, I'll use more of this camera. Then I have the big body camera, my Sony. I probably should just film a whole separate video on all of the camera equipment I have, but I have my Sony Alpha A7IV, and that's more of like the cinematography, like that. And I really do wish I could get in my cinematic bag, but like, that camera is just so big and clunky that it really is hard to move around. So I just use it for my sit down talking videos. And this one is probably the one camera that I would always take outside the house with me, just so, because the Canon G7X, it's small, but it is just a little bit bigger than I would like for the amount of attention that it probably would bring to me while I'm out. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, I don't know, something about it, like, it's fine, the makeup is fine, but I also didn't really do my full true makeup routine. I did, because I don't really need my full beat, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. I wish I was one of those people that could just like do the whole, let me actually step back because I don't even know how much see-throughness it's giving. But I really like this bra. Let me also cover up. I really like this bra, this lace bra from Victoria's Secret, and this is making me feel like I need a lace bodysuit. That's actually what the solution is. I'm not gonna just go out with my bra on without anything underneath, so I'm not actually wearing this outfit. But yeah, let me move this back a little bit so you can see what I got on. I don't even think you'll really see what I got on. Let me tell you something. I am in the mood to stay home. Like, I want to stay home. I don't want to go outside. I don't know if I posted that video, or I don't know if I posted my Q4 lock-in plan yet. I probably have, but like, I don't want to be outside, but I'm going outside. I didn't even tell you where we're going. I'm going outside because I'm meeting with my TikTok creator program manager, and then we're going to an event, like a launch event with Puma and Davido and that type of stuff. So I'm like, all right, like, she's not based in New York. She's based in LA. She's a great person. Like, so that's my like exception to being outside. If it's somebody that's coming from out of town that I don't just get to see whenever, and I don't get to just invite to my home to whenever, I will go out. So this is one of my like, I don't really want to be outside outfits. These jeans, very comfortable. I'm feeling a little bit bloated, so they work out. I have these Prada heels on, and then this jacket, which is probably about to be my signature jacket this fall. That is from Wardrobe NYC. I might just wear a black, I don't know. I'm trying to think about what shirt I could wear. I might just wear a black crop top, but it's not gonna have the same effect. So this is making me feel like there are things missing in my wardrobe. And that's usually when, so like lace bodysuit, because that would have worked well with this, and I don't have a lace bodysuit. And I feel like whatever crop top I would wear that's a t-shirt would be too high up. And I want something that's like sweetheart neckline or like low V-cut. So I think there are some gaps in my wardrobe that this outfit is making me realize, and that's when we fill them. That's when we fill them. But I am gonna actually like get dressed and put on like whatever jewelry and stuff, because I got a blast. I keep looking up at the monitor because even though I don't really love my makeup, I'm looking cute, I'm looking sweet. I just found out, or I just realized, I didn't look into it before because again, that's how much I don't want to be outside. But I just found out that the restaurant that we are meeting at is a 20-minute drive from me. So that's exciting because we're meeting for our reservations at 6. And I was like, I have to be ready by 5 because I was just like, let me just budget an hour for transportation. And now I have extra time. Yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean when I say I don't want stomach out, I want V. I want V. Okay, this is the Skims bodysuit on. Baby girl, we're snatched, is all I'll say. I like the way this looks. Honestly, I like the bodysuit. I do like the bodysuit, so let's hope that I like the way it looks with the jacket on. Yeah. I think I like that. I think we have a winner. So I'm putting this initial necklace on. This is my go-to. My mom gifted it to me for my birthday a couple years ago. She's really good at gifting me things that I end up using like all the time. And then just this chain link necklace from Etika. Ears, you already know what I got on my ears. If you know, you know. Why did it look like there was a gray hair? No, it's the way the light is shining. I know I'm turning 30 in 5 months, but let's be mindful. Let's be guided. That's crazy. Do I look like an almost 30-year-old? I don't mean that. What I mean is I don't feel 30. Like I feel like a child still. That's a whole separate conversation. Like, how am I supposed to be grown enough to have kids where if I had a child right now, I would feel like a teen mom? Actually, I don't think I would feel like a teen mom. I just don't think I want kids right now. I mean, not like at this particular moment in time. I know I do want kids, but I don't feel like I could be like, yeah, I would never have kids in an apartment like this. Like, besides the fact that there's no space, this place is not kid friendly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not in a place where my life is prepared to have a child. Like, I feel like there are so many things that I would have to set up, and obviously marriage comes first, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just like, that's why I feel so young, because I'm just like, having a child just seems like an alternate like a totally different life era. And I'm no longer teen mom age. I'm very much so old enough to be somebody's regular aged mother. And yet I still feel like a child. So that's probably is it telltale or tall tale? Telltale or tall tale. One of the above signs that I am not ready to be somebody's mother. We already spoke shoes, but I took them off my feet while I did that changing, but this is what we got going on the feet. No. I was gonna say I was very tempted to add a pop of color, but I think if these jeans were dark, it would work for me, but nah. Forward, I could go with the saddle, but the reason that I don't necessarily want to is because it doesn't sit nicely on the shoulder. This is crazy, but I brought out 4 options and I think I know the one that I want, but I will still show you the Bottega. I just have been wearing it so much lately and I don't want to kill it. Like, I don't want it to be killed, and I don't think I've been doing what I need to do to like preserve it or protect it. Got this bag, and I think it could have been cute for like a little daytime look, but I'm going to dinner in the evening. Another Bottega, but this is giving fall color, and I don't know, I like it. So I'm kind of between this one and this one. It's Bottega for the win. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Actually, I think I changed my mind for sure. I think I changed my mind. I think it's gonna be this one. We have a winner. I just wanna let you know what my fragrance of the day is. I have layered, no, don't track me. I have layered MFK's APOM with Tahoda by Indult Perfumes. As you can see, this is almost done. I gotta back up for sure, but I've been loving this fragrance so much, so that's what I got going on.
Nobody told you this before.
It's more, in as much as Afrobeat is really big, I'll speak for the producer side. We need more of the like hardware instruments, because like most of the producers back home are just using the softwares. So I think if we have like more proper studios back home, that would make my job seamless.
Do you mean like as far as like studio equipment, like mixers and stuff, or you want like instrumentalists in the studio?
Oh no. If it comes to instrumentalists, we have a lot of them. We're blessed with that. But like the hardware is where we can like have proper mastering and all that. We don't have that, so much of them. I mean, we have like 1 or 2 studios like that in Lagos, but like we need more of that so that it makes it seamless.
So everybody's kind of like popping into the same 2 studios trying to schedule sessions?
No, so the thing is, everybody has a studio back home, but like that's the thing, we need hardware and we need proper studios. Like for instance, I was in LA, I happened to go to the studio where the Michael Jackson recorded the song, and they were just showing me the equipments there, and those are equipments that we don't really have back home. And I think that if we have that, then we can be able to make like proper high quality sound, and that's what will make my job seamless.
Is there something though about being in Lagos and making the music that is like giving you that like special stuff? Like what's going with?
I think that Afrobeat has to do with the lifestyle. If you're in Lagos, there's traffic, there's heat, you know, everything like Davido, Whiskey, all the big Afrobeat artists, they're speaking about their experiences. You know, you can't get that when you're not in the place. You have to live in Lagos to feel it. So it's a different vibe. Like if I come to the US, I get a different vibe that I want to fuse like Afrobeat with everything. But like when you come to Lagos, especially producers who have flew down to Lagos, like, you know, tap into the Afrobeat, they're like, the wave is different, you know, environmental factors. You just want to try something different. So yeah.
What was your vision? Like, did you see all of this?
My vision, I just wanted to see my song on TV one time, and I was satisfied. My vision, I wanted to hear my song on radio once in Nigeria. You know, it was fine, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like the people that travel the furthest never really imagine it. You know what I'm saying? I was just in love with my craft and just kept going at it. And You can ask the people around me, my brothers that have seen me start this from nothing to something. So like I said, the initial relationship with Puma was really just like a promotional gig we wanted to do, shoot a couple commercials to push in Africa, you know. And for it to just get to here, I feel like I said, and that's why I love each and every one of you guys that support me, because the reason why they even took me, I mean, they took me serious in the beginning, but obviously they took me more serious.
We have diverse and very beautiful, multi-billion intertwined culture that has some fine line of similarity amongst it all. I am Ewe and he is Yoruba, but we have similarities in our culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's all blackness for David to be here and, you know, take it this far and Stoneboy, connecting the whole Caribbean and Africa. You know the thing about, you know, big up on the Jamaican man and I play this.
How did Latin in the song, Independence Day?
I want nobody tell me nothing else, I'm not here now, I'm gonna come from. Same way as Jamaica can represent, you know. You see me, I show you, yeah. I saw it go. One love and one life. See? Yes. Make some noise for my brother Stoneboy in the building.
Well, that was interesting. Nah, I had a good time. I really honestly had a better time catching up with Kenny, my TikTok manager, Kenny Day. But the Davido thing was cool. Like, it's cool. It was cool. This might be TMI, but I think I'm self-diagnosed lactose intolerant. I've never had a formal diagnosis, and I don't think it always was this way. I think I have grown into it, but I know that ice cream wrecks me. So I've paid attention to that and I'm like, oh, okay. By and large, I don't really have dairy. I pretty much cut down or cut out cheese because it would break me out. And for milk, I use almond milk, coconut milk. Like, I don't actually own regular cow's milk. And those are the two things that like could potentially really set me off, because I feel like their lactose content is high. Like certain cheeses, like I'm pretty sure it's like brie or like mozzarella, they don't really have high lactose content, so, or lactose levels. So when I sometimes have them, say like at an Italian restaurant or something, like I'm not that bothered. Anyways, tonight I was so tired. I still think like the jet lag and like, I think it's going to take me a full week to like feel not tired in the evenings, because I literally was in Namibia for like 2 weeks. And, excuse me, I wanted a cappuccino. I feel like in the past, ooh, not me flashing people. I feel like in the past I might have had like espresso. What? Not me. In the past, I might have had like espresso martini or something like that. And I was just like, I thought about it and I was like, no, I don't need the espresso martini. I just need the espresso. So I was like, oh, can I have a cappuccino and use oat milk? And he was like, we only have milk. Like, we only have regular milk. And when he said that, I was like, dang, like, I was like, okay, fine. Like, I immediately said, okay, fine. Because I was like, I really do need the caffeine, because after dinner, we had a whole different event. Like, we had a whole separate event that we were going to. And I was like, dang, I don't have lactate pills on me, because I've started now taking lactate pills if like something has like high dairy content or high lactose content. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, dang, I don't have lactose pills. But then I was also just like, well, maybe I'm bugging. Like, I could be, like, I'm self-diagnosed. I was like, so like maybe I'm, you know, being dramatic, and I'm really just not. No, I'm not being dramatic. After having that cappuccino, I'm like, the bloating, the gas, like the discomfort. I'm just like, yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, which is fine. I'm not attached to lactose, and I do now have lactate pills, but I don't need a doctor to tell me that I can't have dairy like that. So that's my dietary restriction. I'm about to put that, like, dietary restrictions. Yeah, lactose intolerant. I should have been a little bit more diligent in getting ready on time and looking up how long it would take me to get to the venue. One moment. I had budgeted like 30 minutes for travel, and it looks like it would have taken me about 45 to 50 minutes by Uber car. And I was wearing heels. I was like, you know, well, just gotta, and I was just like, I can't, I'm getting paid to be at this event. I have to get content at this event. On top of that, my manager is gonna be there. And so like, she would also know I'm late. So I was just like, I have to throw on slides and get on the subway, which is what I'm about to do. I probably could have used a jacket, but I literally did not even have time. I had to rush out of there. The reason it took me so long was because I had to film a get ready with me for this event, because that's a part of my deliverables. So I didn't really budget that. If I didn't have to film a get ready with me, I would have been fine. But like, I totally forgot about that, and then I was just like, oh shoot. So lesson learned. That was the first time in a while I can say I'm happy with the MTA. You know how Google Maps will like map out your travel based on, like, it'll down to the minute, like it'll say, oh, the train is supposed to arrive in the station at this, and then da-da-da-da-da, and then like the next train will come. Every train came right on time, literally to the T. And I was like, okay MTA, but I'm almost there. Exactly when I told my manager I would be, which was 11:45. Well, it's 11:45 right now because I walked in the wrong direction when I got off the subway, but all is well. I'm about to put on my heels, but I wanted to get there first. No, don't tell me I walked in the wrong way. Nope, I didn't. I'm good. All good. I think I'll put on my heels once I get to the lobby. Look who's here. We were just talking about how we both have this camera.
I'm still trying to figure it out though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a pro.
I always mess it up because sometimes I'm like, oh, is it moving up and down? Is it moving in and out?
Mine doesn't move up and down anymore. Someone did a setting for me, and now it just like adjusts, like automatically up and down. But like the zoom in,
because that's supposed to be if you tap, but yours is not even showing. Like,
yeah, somebody adjusted it. Like people, whenever they see you with this camera, they come up to you and they start showing you doing things. And I'm just like, I don't know how to fix this, but I'm fine. But anyway, say hi to any vlog.
Hey guys.
Issues that matter to most of them. We have been and always will be champions of women's empowerment and women supporting other women.
Hello, I'm back home, and before I take off this dress because I really can't do much in it, I just wanted to show you what I actually wore today because I didn't get a chance to show you before I left. Dress is Nadine Marabi, and as I mentioned earlier, it was a gift that I was supposed to wear for the US Open. I was like, I would rather save this for something where it would actually make sense, and today was an event where it actually made sense. Also, I didn't wear lashes today, partially because I didn't have time, partially because I didn't feel like it. And can we just talk, like, I didn't need to. I love the no lash look, especially considering this mascara. This is my favorite mascara. Let me get a little bit closer. Come on. Yeah, this mascara is the Max Stack mascara. It's my favorite mascara. I'm normally not like a mascara, like I'm like, they're just all the same, but this one works really well for me. Volume, length, all that fun stuff. Love it so much. I'm like, this, I can get with the whole no lash look now. No lash look now. It's that time again. It's outfit time. I'm heading to my friend's birthday dinner. It's supposed to be really casual. I sent it to be casual, but I almost wore the exact same thing that I wore yesterday. I'm kind of wearing a variation of it in the sense that I'm still wearing a black jacket. This is a blazer, my Wardrobe NYC blazer. White tank top that is also from Wardrobe NYC. Jeans are Margiela, and then my white Prada heels. I didn't really actually want to wear heels because it's supposed to be easy breezy beautiful. Like, this is supposed to be very casual, but my Margiela jeans are actually just way too long. So yeah, that's a good problem I have, by the way. Tall girlies, these jeans like are still grazing the floor. I'm 5'8" with these heels on. It might take me to like 5'11". So yeah, but oh, and the purse is this Longchamp purse that can fit everything, including my DJI Osmo Pocket, and then this camera, which I'm taking with me because my friend wants me to bring this camera, presumably to take photos. So yeah, that's it. I put on some Delina Exclusive as my fragrance, but I'm ready to go. I'm feeling a little tired. 2 events in one day is a lot for me. But we do what we do to show up for the people that we love.
I was like, okay, I need this to last. I was like, I want this for myself. And she still remembers. She's like, oh, can I eat it yet?
What's the most popular? Because I was like, I know if I had a job in LA.
Or pizza Diavolo.
Everything is the best.
It's good, right?
It is. Me? Okay. Because it has a little bit of everything.
And I am so in my martini era, it's crazy. Like Samantha plus Charlotte. I was gonna ask you to identify with. That's okay. Okay, I watched it. I watched it and I was like, all y'all bitches are crazy. I did not realize. No. My biggest gripe is I didn't realize that Carrie is the worst person. She's not a good known to man. And she's not a good friend. Because when you're on the outside, all you see is the marquee character, right? Like, you know, the brand, whatever. You don't know what they're like actually made of. I watch it, I'm like, there has never been an episode where I'm like, you're a good person. Every episode I'm like, you're actually horrendous.
What was the carpenter guy she was dating again?
What's it? Aiden.
Remember when she brought Aiden and Big to the cabin upstairs?
It's like in every way, shape, or form, she's a bad person. She doesn't. Number one, she has no care for herself. She has no self-respect. You actually need to do it. I never did. Literally, when I say January 30th, I started watching it, and I binged it all, and it didn't. This year was the first year I ever watched it. You need to do it. No, honestly, wait for it. I wish I did it before. I did Max, but now it's on Netflix. Okay. I honestly wish I did it like before going into my 30th year, but it was like still around the same time. It's important. As somebody who's gonna turn 30, you need to watch it. Like, oh God, so casually, so fabulously, to come and celebrate me tonight. Like, I know I literally sent the text less than a week away, literally 4 days away. Literally, like, none of this was planned on time, but I just love you all. Each and one of you guys, like, each text was intentional, and like, I just love every single one of you guys. You guys have built me up in moments that I didn't even think I could even build myself up. You've been there for me, and like, to have my auntie Nika, my favorite. Like, her and my mom are like twins, but like, when they say who I'm like I'm like my auntie, and so the fact that she's like here to spend this birthday with me, and she always is like vicariously always like, oh my God, your birthday was so amazing, so cute, and so weird to be with me. I'm just so happy. She celebrated my 30th. She went all the way to Thailand and Bali for me, and I'm so happy for her to be here again. And I love literally every single one of you guys. So cheers to 31 more years. Long life. I'll see you guys when I'm 60.
Happy birthday to you. One of my literal favorite things, like, oh my gosh, like scratches all the itches, is when things go according to like the timeline. So I said it yesterday when like the trains, the subway came like all at the allotted time. It took the exact amount of time to make it the number of stops that it said it would. Like, I was just like, oh, this is perfect because like I can plan and things can go. It's basically about things going according to plan. It makes planning so much more useful when things go according to their allotted time. And the same thing just happened now. So I'm getting featured in the Prep for Prep 2024 alumni report. And that is due today, Thursday. And I was like, oh shoot, I need to, normally I'll just put something, not normally, but sometimes I might put something on my to-do list and just like, you know, plug it in, chug it in somewhere. But because I was like, I actually don't want to be late with this, I was like, I'm going to allot a specific time in my calendar to work on answering these questions and getting it over to the people over at Prep for Prep who reached out to me. And literally, I kid you not, I'm going to show you. I put this in my calendar as 9:30 to 10:30 would be when I would work on it. It is 10:31 right now. Let me show you. It was sent at 10:28 a.m. And when I looked at the time and I was like, oh shoot, like literally exactly how I had budgeted the time, it went. And that's the type of stuff that just makes me happy, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. That's just a time management pro tip, like budgeting time for the things that you have to do and being realistic about the time that it takes to do them. Like, chef's kiss. I'm just really happy because I'm just like, my day's going according to plan. I know I'm still here in my bonnet and stuff, but it's just me at home. So what you mad for? I'm supposed to be going on a date today. This little pimple on my face is annoying me, but I shouldn't touch it. I'm supposed to be going on a date today. One that I was like not really excited for, but I was just like, you know, kind of curious about, like someone off of Hinge, which as much as I don't like dating apps in cooler months or months where I've committed to being at home, that's the only way that I'm really gonna meet people, because I'm not going nowhere. So that's the reason why I do get back on them at this time of year. But I'm very, how do I say this? Not even that my expectations are low, because I wouldn't say my expectations are low. Never lower your expectations. But I have accepted that, like, dating apps are a tool. So in the same way, when you go out, you're not going to necessarily meet 20 guys you like in 1 week and then decide to date like 10 of them and then like have like 5 of them for the next, like, so basically what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm very comfortable with swiping left. Is it left? Yeah. Swiping left or not matching with like all 10 people who liked me and none of them being a match. Like, I'm very comfortable with that. I'm very comfortable if it means I get only one real match in 2 weeks, or like things like that, or no match at all in a month. Like, I'm totally fine with that, because it is just a tool. In the same way that, like, going out, I might not meet someone 1 month, or I might like it's literally a tool. The best analogy, or a good analogy that I can give, I partner with TJ Maxx, and a couple of months ago I went on a brand trip with them, but it was based in New York City, not relevant, but they were talking about like their internet sales, not like necessarily their sales, but like essentially like shopping online at TJ Maxx isn't like a combination of all the TJ Maxx stores. Like, the way they view it as simply just another store. So in the same way that they have a store in New York's financial district, and then New York's Upper West Side, and then New York's Lower East Side. I don't know if they actually have stores there, but I'm just saying, like, the internet is simply just another store, another nationwide store. So like Hinge and the dating apps and things like that aren't meant to be like a combination of all the available guys in New York, or a combination of all of your best dating options. It is just another way to meet people that can be additional or supplement what you have, or like, it's just one way to meet people. So there shouldn't be this pressure to like have 20 guys. Like, if that wouldn't be an experience that you have in real life, or if that wouldn't be an experience that you have going to your gym or your running club or something like that, like, don't really expect it from the dating apps.
Honestly, I keep looking at your bike, that's why I was going back and forth. it's like you have a little bit of what we call overjet, so there's minor flaring of the front teeth.
Yep, I know.
But like it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's
so,
also
like,
my proof
really
that I haven't gotten.
I mean, I like to be really transparent with my patients. Like, I know it's stopping on things. It's whether or not we really need it, and also it's up to the patient. So if they're like, oh my god, everything has to be perfect, then we can adjust. What I only see, this is using AI, and it's like it is a difference. You know, you can definitely see I can see the difference, but for me, it's not like a life-changing difference. For some patients, their teeth are so crowded.
Yeah.
So I think you just be a good candidate for just plain old night guard that's customized. Okay. Use your word on the bottom. I have my patients on the bottom. If it's ever an issue, if you ever do want to take care of the flaring, it's possible. Be like at least probably 7 months of treatment. Okay. I do notice a little bit of a deep bite in the back, but to be honest, once again, I think you're fine with just having a protective guard to prevent the wearing. Okay. And if I show you again, you may see that there are some teeth that do have a little bit of wearing.
Yes.
This is our wellness consult.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Wellness consult. Oh, I love that. What is it called? Ottoman off the cabinet.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much. My office is probably messy, so I'm gonna close it. But even the brand names, sorry, we have like a lot of different moving parts here. Even our brand names are very like meant to feel very warm, oral care. This is our crazy back stuff from which we don't get to see, but we have our sauna here.
Is this what is this?
We have an infrared sauna.
Oh my gosh, why? Yeah. What? Is that good for oral health?
It's good for stress, which helps with clenching, grinding. It's also, we try to think of the mouth as a part of the body. Yeah. And so holistic wellness. This is a little back here because we have so many different things, but I have 3D printers. We even have dishwashers for the instruments, which help to reduce plastic footprint and all different types of things. And yeah, so it's 3,500 square feet. There's many different oral care rooms. This rejuvenate room looks very similar to your room. And essentially, it's also in the future will be used for more integrative care. So nutrition consults, facial aesthetics, so Botox fillers, regenerative medicine, microneedling, plate-enriched fiber, plasma, red light, all the things.
I thought I was gonna be home by 7 to get ready for my date at 8:15. I asked him to push it back to 8:30 just to give me a little bit of leeway. That 15 minutes is really probably just transportation time. But I appreciate how thorough that was. I learned some things about my teeth. If I want Invisalign, I could get it. Let me know what you think. I know I have a bite that's like that, but it never really bothered me. But in regards to the night guard, definitely gonna get a night guard without a doubt, because I never really thought about the fact that like it's more now. So yeah, okay, right here. I'm really not supposed to be filming because I actually need to be like on time. Well, it's not like I actually need to be on time, but like I actually need to stop playing games. But I'm getting ready for a date. That dental appointment took longer than I thought it would. I got home at 7. That appointment was at 5. But I had to fill out forms, blah, 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 blah. That was, by the way, that was like an influencer invitation type of thing. But every now and then there are certain influencer invitations that I'm like, oh, I'm just going to keep going. It's happened sometimes with certain facials and things like that. So that was one of them. But we have a date. It's a Hinge date, which... This might be this is actually my first Hinge date. Oh my gosh. This is my first Hinge date, you guys. I don't do the dating apps and I really don't do Hinge. Normally I'm on Raya and I've had one Raya date before. But that person annoyed me, so that wasn't a thing. But yeah, I met someone on Hinge. Gave him a little bit of a chance and we're going on a date today. So hi friends, I've had quite a day. I would have hoped that I would have been able to check in by now, but I haven't, and it is now 5:30, so it literally is the end of the day. My friend Sydney is here, but she went to go use the gym in my building, which is fun, like, you know, yeah. But what's it called? I'm a little bit annoyed. I was more annoyed earlier, and my like I was almost gonna come and like vlog me being annoyed, and I was just like, that's not good vibes. Like that's not good energy. But I want to update you on my windows. I feel like at the start of this week, I told you about, ooh, I'm so tight in my hamstrings. I told you about my windows. So I decided to just pay for window cleaning because like it was getting to a point where like stubbornness was detracting from my peace, because I was still just very annoyed that I would wake up and my windows would just be dirty. So I was just like, you know what? I've been playing phone tag with like the superintendent or supervisor of my building's management. And at this point, like, I'm just like, what is going to make me happy? Can I afford it? Yeah, it was like maybe like $150 to have the windows in my apartment cleaned. But still, it's the principle, and like, I don't know, I'm really, really contemplating what it looks like for me to continue to live here. And like, it's each passing day, it's starting to feel like this is gonna be potentially my last year. I recently re-signed my lease, so I actually freshly re-signed my lease, so I'm pretty sure I have until next October. But yeah, like, I'm thinking that it's about to be time. Never mind the fact that like, I know I need more space. At this point, I need a 2-bedroom, and I know that I'm not willing to pay what it costs to have a 2-bedroom in my building. So it was feeling like it was about to be time anyways, but sometimes I get caught up in the comfort of like not moving, of having all my stuff here, like da-da-da-da-da. But I don't know, just dealing with I have so many stories about how management of my building is just like incredibly rude and like not pleasant to deal with. But for the sake of maintaining like residential anonymity, I'm like not gonna say anything until I leave. So the sooner I leave, the sooner I can put this building on blast for how trash they are. But if you're familiar with the story, the windows of the apartment above me got cleaned at some point. And the way my building like hires the people to do window cleanings, you would think that they're hiring people to like set up the scaffolding on the side of the building and scale it and do that. That's not what they're doing. What they're doing is basically just like, they have like, basically think like a selfie stick type of thing, but like, so like a really long pole that they stick, like, it's almost like taking a Swiffer, or a really long Swiffer. That's what it is. Excuse me. Take a really long Swiffer and then reach your arm outside of the window and clean it from the outside and from the inside and like whatever. So it's very like bootleg. It's a very bootleg type of cleaning. And so when that happens, obviously water drips down to like the dirty, you know, moppy water basically drips down to the next apartment. So that's what happened when it happened to me. And unfortunately, whoever lives below me, that's what happened to them today when I cleaned my apartment windows. So yeah, one of the reasons that I was annoyed was because I had booked the cleaning to come between 10 and 12. So like, I kind of rearranged my schedule for the day around the cleaning, and he didn't show up until 12:15. So I'm like, all of the things and then it took like an hour to do the cleaning. So I'm like, you basically just threw off my schedule, because I had budgeted time to be home from 10 to 12. And then I was going to like do things like that I needed to do, like film or be outside, return things, whatever. I was going to do that. Like, we spoke about this yesterday. Like, I really do love when things go according to timed plan. And today was the exact opposite, where things did not go according to timed plan. And that just like annoyed me so much. It annoyed me, because now a lot of the things that I had thought I was going to be able to do today, or that I was banking on doing, I actually have not been able to do. But it is what it is. And then on top of that, he shows up, he came late, and then he tells me that he can't reach this one panel, because it's too far, like, and I don't have like it's too far. He can't reach one panel. So there's one panel that stays dirty, and like, I'm just annoyed, because I'm just like, I'm basically still gonna call like the building supervisor and still just basically be like, I can't even get you dirtied my windows, and I can't even get my windows clean, even though you dirtied them. And even though I paid someone to clean them, the person who is y'all's pre-approved vendor, I should add that too. The people who I called to come was the pre-approved vendor for the building, because if I didn't use a pre-approved vendor, then I have to go through this whole certificate of insurance thing and and then it would be a much longer process of getting the people approved to come, which, by the way, I deal with the same certificate of insurance thing when it comes to moving in furniture, when it comes to, like, my building doesn't allow TaskRabbit because TaskRabbit doesn't provide the COI to their liking. They provide a COI, but they don't provide it to their liking. That's a whole separate story, like, that again has also annoyed me, but like, whatever. And like, I obviously felt bad for this man, and I wasn't going to tell this man you need to do it, because when he showed me how he would have to reach to be able to clean the panel, like, his body was halfway out the window. And I was like, God forbid, like, no, absolutely not. Like, you know, and I felt for this man, like, he couldn't speak English, and I don't know, I just really empathize with people who like do service work like this, because I'm just like, you're working really, really hard. You're running from house to house. Like, you're probably just like a hardworking, earnest man. Like, and like, I'm not, you know, and he seemed just very, I don't know. I just have a lot of empathy for people like that. And I just feel really bad. So I was in no way, shape or form going to get mad at him for not like being able to clean my window in my high-rise apartment that I comfortably live in. Like, absolutely not. So I was just like, you know, like, it's okay. Like, and I thanked him, you know, profusely, because like, you know, his work has now has brought back peace into my apartment. Now I can have my beautiful sunrise views now. But that just really annoyed me, just like thinking about all of the stuff that I had to go through dealing with management in this building, and how they literally dirtied and how they refuse to clean people's windows, and because they don't participate in a building-wide window cleaning program, even though this building is basically all windows, like, whatever. So did that. Then I had to film some sponsored content. I want to show you a little preview. I'm actually very, very, very proud of what I did. Look, this is basically a selfie. Like, I was holding up my Sony camera, my like big hefty Sony camera, and this is basically a selfie. So yeah, I'm really, oh, that's a video. But yeah, I'm like, this was very much so giving like editorial campaign, like that type of thing. And I'm excited. I realize I haven't even updated you on my date from last night, which I definitely will, but I just had to make sure that I was in the right like frame of mind to do everything that I needed to do today. And today has kind of just been like a hectic and not satisfactory day. And when I came home last night from my date, I got home at like 11. So when I came back last night from my date, I was so tired. I was so tired that I actually fell asleep on my couch. I didn't even fall asleep in my bed. So, but I need to pick up packages, because I think one of the packages that I haven't picked up packages all week, because I just like I need the space. Like, I'm just like, I don't have the mental capacity, but I'm going to go pick up packages. And I think one of the packages should be a dress that I'm potentially going to wear tonight to an event, a CultureCon event. CultureCon is tomorrow. I don't think I'm going. I'm tired. I've been out every single night. So much for not going out. I've actually been out every single night this week, except for Monday. So let's try again next week. Yeah, I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. This is a good PR package. This is Fenty. And this is like their holiday kit. And oftentimes when I get PR, I'm like, oh, dang, like I'm giving stuff away. So let me just show you what's in here. This is the new Gloss Bomb Swirl. I'm keeping this. This is the Fenty Butter Drop in the new Toasted Marshmallow. I haven't even smelled it yet, but this is one of my favorite body butters, so I'm definitely keeping this. And then this is the Travel Size Trio. I'm a travel girly, and this is one of my favorite body butters. I bought this multiple times, and then when I don't buy it, I just get the big one and refill and put this in the small jars. So I'm definitely keeping this. I could do without this. So now it's the holiday season. This is when I start like packing things and like setting things aside for some of my girls. Same thing with this. I don't really love Fenty hair products over Sacred. I would pick Sacred. So these will make great gifts or great stocking stuffers actually for my girls if I decide to host this year. This I'm torn on. I have a good amount of Fenty Butter Gloss Bombs or Gloss Bombs. So I technically don't need this, but I don't know. I really do like these. So I will decide on that. This I'm also going to keep because, again, Butter Drop. They gave the Eau de Parfum. Again, I wonder if they put a solid perfume in here. Yep, they put the solid perfume in here. I don't need the actual bottle, so that'll make a great gift. So I will keep it in here. What is this? The Gloss Bomb Vault? Oh, D. Oh, D. Nah, this is so good. This makes a lot of sense for the holiday season. They did holiday gifting right. This is not PR. This is something that I purchased, but once upon a time, I went to Tatiana by Chef Kwame, and in their bathroom, they had candles from this brand, and it smelled so good. And one of like my biggest things, I love smell, but one of my biggest things is like walking into like a bathroom and it smelling good. Like I want the rooms in my house to smell good, like, you know, hotel good. And so I bought the candle from this brand. It was specifically Cotton Magnolia. Unfortunately, the way the brand operates, like they only sell 2 different scents at a time. And it's like, they're always seasonal. So I guess it's like, you know, kind of sustainability, like all of those things. Like you're not producing like 20 different scents and then like, you know, some of them sell, some don't, like that type of thing. So at any rate, this is the scent that they have now. Instead of Cotton Magnolia, it's Lavender and Petals. And I still feel like it'll be a pretty good scent to have in my bathroom. Guys, Sydney's back, but I have another package. And this one is also giving cutesy. Pat McGrath. We love a Patty Pat. Ooh, is this showing my address? No. Ooh, no, it isn't. It's their billing slip. Okay, perfect. But yeah, Patty. What she gave us? We got an eyeshadow palette. I'm not gonna lie to you, a girl can only have so many eyeshadow palettes. I do love her mascara and her liquid liner. Could get it, so I might keep the liquid liner. It's something that I got myself, hint, hint, and it has to do with this cookbook right here. Dinner Spice by Scott Louie. So that's oh wow. Oh no, they're all oh wow. This is yard. Okay, so that's white spice. This is white spice. That's yard spice. This is a zesty spice. And this is Cajun spice. Now the reason I got these spices is because if you look through this cookbook, obviously because he's an entrepreneur, like every recipe in that cookbook uses one of his spices. And I think tomorrow night I'm gonna make the spicy scallop pappardelle. Let me show. Think you actually working?
No, I'm making this game night plan.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Not at all.
See, look at this. Look at the recipes in the book.
That looks so good. And the spices are things. Like the white spice is like
it's a
salt,
combination.
Onion, garlic, white pepper.
Oh, in his cookbook, he gives the recipe. He's like, if you don't buy the spices, like you can make them yourself. But who's gonna be doing all of this?
No one wants to do that.
He's like salt, brown sugar, paprika, black pepper. I'm like, no. Thank you. But yeah, so what I wanted to make that I was like, oh no, I gotta get these spices.
This is fire.
Is this next time you come over to me, I'll actually have something made because I'm going out tonight and that's really why.
Feeling good
tonight. I don't want to stress myself out by cooking too.
No, why would you do that? Thank you for your hospitality. You know what the doll does not have, and I'm embarrassed by it? I don't have a Dutch pot. But like, I'm always using like the big silver one that like our parents had
for rice.
And that's not a Dutch. Like, I need to stop using that to make things that should really just have.
Yeah. All right, first impressions, Oscar de la Renta. The notes they say are strawberry, rose, and sandalwood. I hope it's heavy on the strawberry and rose and not so much on the sandalwood. So let's see. It is heavy on the strawberry. Strawberry is definitely a top note.
Just know that I love games. It's so bad.
But I think having a black one would be a little bit.
I love this.
I mean, we could always have like regular type of
how you can make Uno more black.
That's what I saw that too, and I was like, I don't believe this. I was like, I don't believe.
They're just putting the Ankara on it because, like, don't make me slap y'all. In what movie did Damon Wayans make his film debut? There's an app. Huh? Well, let me read. See, this is why people, you shouldn't judge stuff. Come on, it's classic cardigan matching with the black.
Okay, so I'm trying on some pieces from Arsena Ori that came in. Arsena Ori is one of my favorite designers at the moment. They're an Australian brand. Their pieces like almost consistently sell out because it's just that beautiful. The reason that I was considering this dress is because I have like a charity gala that is black tie that's coming up. And as somebody who loves black tie, as somebody who loves wearing black tie, I'm fully aware of the fact that most of the time people do not actually adhere to black tie. And the reason that I normally can like adhere to black tie is because like I have a lot of black tie events, so like it makes sense to have like actual black tie attire. But oftentimes like when people say black tie, majority of people actually show up in cocktail. That's why I was considering this dress as something that could be a nice like in between. This dress is the dress that I already have in another color. So this is they have this dress in like a coral color. I'm really, like maybe I should take my hair out of the bonnet, but like also I'm at home and I'm also about to go shower. Pro tip, I try on clothes. Like if I know I'm gonna shower in the vicinity of when I try on clothes, I will do it before I shower, because after I shower, I'm gonna have like lotion and fragrant products, but also products that can stain. So before y'all come out here calling me crusty, talking about, oh, you wearing these clothes without showering? If I shower and put body butter on my body, this is not gonna be returnable, but I'm not returning it, but I'm just gonna end up staining it before I even get a chance to wear it. I have these Renee Calvilla heels that I got at a sample sale last year. So honestly, like literally these heels and this dress made for each other. But I am probably throwing something for my 30th in March. And I've decided I'm gonna make it black tie because the girlies just don't have enough opportunities to wear black tie. Low-key just trying to become a socialite, like, because I just want my event schedule to match my wardrobe. And it already does in a lot of ways, but I just need like one black tie event per month, you know? I was really excited about this set here from Arsena Ori. It exists in the white, the coral, and the black, and it, again, like the brand normally does, consistently sells out. So they had this on pre-order, and I pre-ordered it back in like July. Like I pre-ordered it at a point where I was like, oh, like I'll be able to wear this before the end of the summer, like on vacation or something like that. It is October. Why did this arrive in October? So that's a little bit disappointing, but I guess it's fine because I actually don't really like the way this looks on me that much. I think it just like is meh. And so maybe the white would look better, but I think this is something I'm definitely going to return. Yeah, this is a return. This is a return for me. Errands, out running errands. I'm all the way in Williamsburg, which takes forever to get to, but I'm here because I had to return my like away luggage thing. It was the one that I got for Namibia that I got just in case I wanted a rolling bag option or a bigger bag option, but I didn't need it. The people are outside of Williamsburg, and it's so funny because I think at some point like someone had asked me like, oh, would you consider moving to Williamsburg? Like someone in my building, because we often complain about our building and our management. And I was like, no, because the demographic out here is just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different, and I'm starting to see that. But going back to returning the luggage, it was cool because the person who I actually like bought it from and talked about my trip with was there, and he like knew immediately that I came to return it because when I bought it, I told him, I was like, I don't know if my other one's gonna come in time and I don't know which one, and he suggested, he was like, well, if you can, I would go with using the not rolling one because it was like a safari trip. So I'm kind of just walking around because it's a beautiful day and I'm just like, why not? But I think I would rather walk around in my neighborhood, so I might Uber back home and then go on a walk there. You know, comfort. Happy Saturday night, friends. I am just like, I don't know, I feel maybe if this has to do with what I like felt and heard at the start of the week, but I just feel very, very, very like moved to just lock in and to work. And don't get me wrong, as somebody who works like a lot and oftentimes works, not oftentimes, but at times I know what it feels like to work from a place of like fear or worry, or like if I don't do, or like comparison or jealousy. Like I know what it's like to work from that place. And the calling that I feel to just like lock in and work isn't coming from that place. And I know that because I'm not tired. I'm not working like through tiredness. I'm not working through stress. I'm not working through anxiety. I'm not working through like my heart beating heavy in my chest or my stomach sinking. No, this is very much so like I feel like working. Like I feel like working. I feel like getting back to, or not that I ever left, but just getting back to creating. So I went on the date and it was cool. It was cute. There was nothing bad about it. There was nothing bad about it. I think, how do I say this? I'm at a place where I am trying to, I think some of the dating tendencies that I might have had before were not sustainable, or were not lending themselves to sustainable relationships. I think I've spoken about this before, but my first relationship was more so of like a love bombing type of scenario. And because it was my first, like, I just very much so was like, oh, I like this person, boom, 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 like, let's, like, I kind of was complicit in it because I was like, well, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, when you know, you rush, like, you know, I didn't view it as rushing at the time, but I very much so was like, well, yeah, if you like somebody, you would know instantly, and like, they should know instantly too. And if both of you know that you like each other, then you should be in a relationship tomorrow, and that should be that. I know when I am attracted to someone instantly. I don't necessarily think I know when I like someone. So for that reason, I think I a lot of times get into this space where I conflate like physical attraction with like. And I'm like, well, if I'm physically attracted to you, I need to like you, because I want to be physically attracted to the person that I like, and I don't want to be with someone that I'm not physically attracted to. I still think that's true. I still don't want to be with someone that I'm not physically attracted to, but oftentimes I feel like I wasn't leaving space for things to develop and my attraction to someone to be informed by the other things that I might like about them. This is a very long-winded way of saying I am gonna see if this can be a slow burn type of thing. So in the past, I might have been like, like it's not 100% yes for me, so I'm gonna make it a 0% and make it a no, like an all or nothing type of thing. And I think like I do enjoy talking to this person. I did enjoy talking to this person in real life. Could it at times have felt more like like we'll be better off just as friends? Yes. However, I do know that like I want to be in relationship with long term with someone that I also like am like, oh, you're like my friend, you're like my best friend in a way. So that's just to say, instead of like being like, oh, it's an immediate no, or like, oh, no, I'm like, okay, I think like this person, I'm gonna go on a second date with them and continue to talk to them. But I'm still, you know, single and exploring. I think right now, I was talking to my therapist yesterday because I moved my session from Wednesday to yesterday because I had that luncheon on Wednesday during our normal therapy time. And I was just like, well, we had come to the conclusion together that like right now I'm existing in this space of curiosity. And I'm just very curious in an excited and in like a playful way. She described it as like playful, like, oh, I'm like playful, but not reckless, more so like, okay, like, you know, I'm just playful. I wouldn't be one of those girls on Pop the Balloon that would pop the balloon as soon as the guy walks in. So this is me, great analogy. This is me not popping my balloon as soon as the guy walks in. So that's really what it is. Hello, beautiful people. It is Monday. A new week has begun, which means it is time for this vlog to end. I'm definitely picking right back up with this week, so keep following along with me. Weekly vlogs, we're making them a thing, or like at least we are for these 2 weeks. So thank you so much for being here, for spending the week with me. Can't wait to check in with you guys next time for the next vlog. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you know you like what you see here and you want to see more and you want to stick around and chat more. But till next time, bye.